Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time it's for Sunless Sea. Basically what happened is this first expansion dropped for it called Zubmariner, and I think it actually dropped yesterday, and I saw it in Steam, and I was like, what the shit? So I grabbed it, obviously. That's what you do. Anyway, it's been a long time since I played Sunless Sea, but I did put a lot of hours in the beginning. So I have not actually tried it now, as with Submariner, so we're going to be kind of checking that out together. But if you haven't played it, we're basically dealing with a very creepy game that happens in some kind of alternate history or reality or whatever, where London has fallen, basically, like literally fallen uh, underground, and there's a sea there, and there's also like hell and all kinds of creatures, like literal hell and stuff. So we're going to be a sea captain, and we're basically going to try and stay alive, and it's going to be difficult. So, having said all that, let's start a new game. Thinking about it, you don't actually... Alright, so here we are. And basically real quick on the UI and stuff what we're looking at. This is our engine temperature it's also our fuel right here. When we're actually sailing around, well not really sailing, but you get the idea. We can kind of push the engine overboard if we would like to and chance it blowing up and killing some of our crew, which are over here by the way. We have 8 of 10 possible crew members. This is our supply level. These are the things that you watch as you're out kind of exploring the sea, and you have a heart attack as these numbers go down, and it's very stressful. And here's terror. When you turn the lights out on the ship and you're far from like land lights, the terror grows, and it's never a good thing. And these are the speeds of the engine. Basically, there's our hull integrity. This is our mascot. Which gives us hearts +1. These are like our stats. Hearts here, it's like comparable, I guess, to like Constitution, or health in general. This is our pages. This is esoteric and occasionally practical knowledge. You can see. We also have veils, which is for stealth and speed. Mirrors is our stat that covers detection and perception. And then we have iron, which is like our damage that we do with our ship. And in my experience, this is always kind of the thing you want to focus on. But then again, I'm an idiot, so don't listen to me. Alright, so here's our like journal going on right here. So this is where we make our character, basically. We can decide on our past later, or we can do it now. This is like character creation. Alright, so decide who you are, you want to be. We're in a room above the blind helmsman here in fallen London here. So we can be a street urchin, and you see here what it gives you. I'm going to go here with Veteran of the Campaign of 68 because this gives me a bonus to Iron, and that's what it's all about. That's what I want to increase. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so this tells you a little more about me here. So now we want to know like why we became a sea captain. Now Echo is the currency, by the way, and this is just telling me different things that have happened. So I got some money. There's the iron, increased by 25. I have a shady cook, which is this dude right here. By the way, these are, as you can see, a slot for a surgeon, gunnery officer, chief engineer, first officer. But we do have a cook. And this is just telling us kind of what's going on in town also. Okay, so let's continue. Choose an ambition. What do we want to set out to accomplish, right? I've never really accomplished any of these. I always get frustrated with the game before anything nice happens. Anyway, I'm going to try wealth. The winter sea is full of riches, death and darkness too, which is usually what I get more of. So this is like my winning condition, my victory condition for the game. It's open-ended kind of in that sense that you choose your victory conditions. Alright, so I want to retire to a life of luxury. Cool. Last thing, how do you refer to me? I'll go with Captain. Alright, explore, take chances. This captain will probably die. The Z is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. So you can kind of like... I don't remember, it's kind of like you can bequeath things to like future captains. It's kind of like a maybe what you might call a roguelite element. I'm sure there are people who will take issue with that description. But anyway, all right. Now we have to choose our name and kind of what we look like here. Um, a captain would probably be a little more disheveled looking than one of these dudes, wouldn't he? I guess we'll go with this kind of stereotypical sea captain silhouette. That'll do just fine. The name, of course, is Odhinn. Alright, so here we are in Fallen London, and this is basically the screen you get whenever you dock somewhere. And it tells you, what you can do, what's going on. So here's a tutorial for the Zubmarine. This is how we can just go to London. This is advice for captains. It's a book that we're actually just going to sell, and I don't even care. It's kind of basic tutorial stuff, but it'll be covered. We can go to our lodgings, and there's someone in the docks who wants to board our ship, so we're going to check that first. Okay, so an unsettled salvager wants to go to Vendorbite. Vendorbite. Where now? I think I remember where that is. I think that most of the locations, and I could be wrong about this, especially now after all this time, but I want to say that most locations are in the same general direction each time, even though the Untersee may not be exactly the same the way it's arranged. But whatever. So she wants to go there. I think it's northward. We'll find out. So I'll take that. I'd kiss you, but my beloved is prone to jealousy. We were parted, but the ancient captains at Vendorbite will know where she is. Okay. Alright, let's go to... Now, if we click on London here, we can see we have the Admiralty Survey Office. We want to go here. They pay for information, which is why they're important, and I want money. So I'm going to ask if they have anything that they're looking for. Visit the port below and return to London. So they want a port report. It's where you go to a port and you kind of investigate a little bit and find out what's going on there. So retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company funging station, somewhere not far from home waters. That doesn't tell me a lot, but okay. So we'll leave. The university's locked, but that will come into play later where we use secrets. And you get secrets by getting a bunch of pages, and you convert the pages to secrets, I believe. You can go to the docks and carouse, and this is kind of like a, as you can see, it's not necessarily a challenge, but it's some sort of encounter of a sort, and we have an 80% chance of success. And it will reduce your terror, you might run into trouble or romance. It says pretty good odds, but it's locked, of course. You can try to hire on more crew. This is low risk. You need 30 echo. And you have to have crew no more than 9. So I could afford them, but I don't need that right now. Here's a tomb colonist that wants to go to Vendorbite. We're going to Vendorbite. So that makes sense. Do that. Okay. Right. So that's good for here. Now let me go to the shops. And so I've got this advice for captains. I'm going to sell that for 50 echoes. All right. So we've got fuel, we've got supplies, but it's never enough. Okay. So I've got 120 echoes. I want a little extra fuel, certainly. Maybe like that, and supplies. There. That should be all right to get us to Vendorbite. Again, I don't remember how far it is, but I could have sworn it's in the north somewhere, so we're gonna find it. Anyway. And these are different specific stores. But this is just the ship side, sorry, provisioners. But we can like upgrade our ships and things like that, but specifically that happens at the shipyard. But we're not worrying about upgrading our ship right now. We don't have any kind of money. Okay? So, we'll go to our lodgings really quickly. And we want to read the morning papers. This is something you want to do whenever you remember. It gives you recent news, which is good. You can basically use news almost like well, you can barter with news. Because this is Victorian times, by the way. I guess I didn't mention that. So people aren't exactly checking their cell phones to figure shit out. So yes, we got some recent news. Now we're going to set out. That's what we're going to do. Go back here. Now we're good on that. So we want to disembark. Get the hell out of here. Alright. Perhaps not. Where is... Hold on. I need to close that. There we go. Alright, so here's our ship right here. Hit E to launch. And as you see, I've got the engine up here on 2. So it's kind of full speed. Down here, this is the full power button. You can repair the ship here. You can send out a bat to kind of be like a surveyor, and they'll tell you if there's cool shit nearby. Now I'm generally going to try to stay within sight of land, but I'm going to head north. Okay, Hunter's Keep. Look, I'm pretty sure like this place is usually like right around here. And so you see, as I discover places, I get some fragments, which... Oh, it increases... Okay, so the pages increases the speed at which those fragments are converted to secrets. Okay, so I misstated that earlier. Alright, so we're going to pull into this port just to see what we can find. Alright, so we're here. We're going to dock by pressing E. So let's go check this out. Alright, a hump of dark rocks swathed in mist. Alright, so we can present ourselves at this house that's up there. Or we can walk in the gardens. Reconnoiter. I don't know how to say that word, I'm sorry. Reconnoiter? I have no fucking clue, obviously. I've never known how to pronounce that. Anyway, spy on the house. That's a challenge. You know what? But that's a 75% chance. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Ah, god damn it. I'm in the mood for a challenge. We're gonna try this. Okay, you peer through a half-open French window. Okay, a dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a keyboard. Another fair-haired but unmistakably her sister sprawls on the sofa with a book, and a third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. It looks like I did not do a good job of spying. Yeah, Vales 25 failed in challenge. Try again and you may have better luck. But I am now acquainted with the Sisters of the Keep. A visitor, excuse us, she says. Visitors are rare. You're very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. You're in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Okay. Let's go with the news here. Even when the sisters aren't feeling sociable, they can be tempted out of their lair by the smell of news stories. I have news. So we're going to try this. You ask the sulfurite maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured and you're invited to lunch. Alright, sweet. Okay, so I don't have any recent news, but now I'm able to luncheon with these sisters to learn stuff. Let's go with the giggly one. It seems like she might be more prone to maybe talking openly about things. I don't know. Let's see. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic, and the butler in a vicar's bed. Alright, by the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. That's all for now. You'll find a story when you next make port. Alright, so it's kind of got to respawn a story, if you will. You're acquainted with the sisters, you got one supply? Fuck yes. You've lost 24 hunger, we didn't have much hunger anyway, but that's awesome. And we now have the gods' attention. And usually that's a good thing. It's not like these gods that are wanting to fuck you up or anything. At least I don't remember that being the case. Cool. Let me look at this tutorial. It keeps popping. Let me just check it out real quick. So you gotta make how to acquire, yeah. So Her Majesty's Admiralty has sworn off submarine exploration. However, you've heard tales of unofficial research into submarine travel being conducted in her distant colony. Really? Travel to the southern coast. That's in the opposite direction, obviously. Follow it east to find Port Carnelian or something. There you'll learn how to convert your ship into a submarine. Okay, cool. Other things here. Well, we'll worry about using it later. Alright. So, let us continue on. Now, I've got the battle flash here, so there's something around, but I don't see it. I think it only flashes when there's something nearby, doesn't it? I don't know. I wanted to stay within sight of land, so I kind of want to head west. But north... Uh-oh. Okay, something's going on, but I... Oh, shit. Alright, so as you watch this fill up, our weapon is basically preparing. It's charging. And then once it's ready, we have to be basically facing them. That was not very smart, the way I did that. I need to slow down, decelerate to attack speed, basically. Okay, that's right. It kind of always aims. Z-Bats. Alright, so we destroyed the ship. We can loot and scuttle her. That's cool. We got a cache of curiosities. That's cool. Oh, bolts of fabric. And a key, I guess. Alright, parabola linen or something? It's the serpent placed behind mirrors, or someone made that up. But in this case, where do they weave the sleek and ambery glimmering cloth? Cool. What is up with the Z-Bats, man? They're freaking me out. Am I supposed to, like, fight them or something? No, that can't be right. It is! It's a bat. Oh, shit. Okay, I totally forgot about that. Oh, that was terrible. Obviously, you can see I'm really bad at trying to manage both combat and movement. Okay, all clear. Is there anything to be gained from going? I don't think there is. Let's go check out the blood anyway. Oh, shit, okay. Gather up the corpses. They are succulent with stolen blood into the pot. Dispose of the corpses. This will slightly reduce terror, and you can see we've got a little terror going on because we're in the darkness, so yeah. Lost 2 terror. Okay, good. Okay, we're going in the wrong direction, my friends. Okay. Oh, there's land. Okay. Like I said, I kind of want to be within sight of land. Oh, by the way, these are the fragments. Or the pages, I'm sorry. Or, no, these are the fragments, and then when this fills up, you get the secrets. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, and again, it's all... Oh, there's Vendorbite. Okay, sweet. That's good news. But yeah, just discovering places in general, you know, you want to do that, get those fragments. Exploration has its own rewards. There's another goddamn bat swarm. I thought the bats were just like an aesthetic thing. I can't believe I didn't remember that you have to fight them. Alright, we're going to try and just dock here. No! Son of a bitch, are you serious? There's nothing to fire at. There we go. Alright, we docked. Alright, your passenger has been drinking. Ahoy, she chortles. Defend yourself. She launches a tipsy assault. Where did this come from? 100% chance of success? I like those odds. And effortless defense. Tomb colonists have a lifetime of bitter experience. Some of them are the deadliest combatants under the earth. Possibly this one is, when she hasn't drunk quite so much. You'll never know. She salutes you laughing after you disarm her. Good fight, she opines. Then she staggers backwards and falls over the side. You never do find what happened to her, but at least you have her rather magnificent cavalry saber. All right, and her belongings. Cool. Iron challenge. We did it. We did bring the colonists, and then we defeated them in the duel. We got an outlandish artifact. Ooh. All right. Belongs in a museum. Yeah, whatever. Okay, we got 1 new iron. As you can see up here, that is sweet. And we lost the tomb colonists and got 2 new supplies. Man, we're doing really well on supplies. Fuel. As you see, we burned through, what did I buy, like 4 extra ones? We burned through them. Okay, so here we are at the tomb colony of Vendorbite. Find ancient captains to speak to the unsettled salvager. Shouldn't be too hard. What else have they got to do but sit around here and molder? Everything else seems to be locked, alright. Oh good, terrible bad luck. An assortment of decrepit Z-captains gathers around her, compelled by tradition, honor, or boredom. She picks her nails. At last she speaks. I want to find Lady Black. The captains that can run do. The rest shuffle away as swiftly as they're able. Only one remains behind. How long were you down there? He asks. 20 minutes, she replies. The captain puts his hand on her shoulder. Seek the house of the Keel in Polythreme or something? But if you can forget her, do. It's possible. The unsettled salvager is willing to sail far to find whoever this is. Alright, so here's where we could either explore or try to visit the first curator, which I think is the person who's in charge. Preservation. I'm going to explore. Here they sell copper jewelry. Tradition from Orlando. You part with a few small coins for a cheery looking thing. You've lost 1 terror. That's good. That's all for now. Let me go back here and look again. Gather gossip, that would be nice. Hey, look, we got a port report. It's not for the place that the Admiralty wanted, but it's still something we can sell to them. Okay. And this is just telling us about the tomb colonists here. That's very strange. Like, people come here to die or to live in undeath or something strange like that. That's very weird. Alright. And then let's just try, lastly, to visit the curator. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here for much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. No more light, the obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There's no other source of light. A bandaged shape no larger than a child lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Well, listen to a whispered request. Not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay well. So that sounds like a quest. Cosmogony or something? What the hell is that? I don't know. Here we go. Pelican. Steward has list. Find them here and there. Right. So let's accept this commission. It collapses, rustling back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do it this one last favor. So we got this book that tells us where to find these colors. I guess. Or, yeah, we have a page that tells us about each, and I guess we have to go find these. So apparently we'll be back here at some point. Alright, cool. We just don't have much money at all here. What's up with this mushroom wine? And why can't I sell it? You don't have enough of these? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, alright, well, actually what we're going to do is we're going to end this first episode right here. And then next time we'll disembark and continue on our way and try and figure out what we're going to do next. Anyway, as always, I want to thank you very much for tuning in and sticking with me to the end of the video here. That means a lot. Hit the like button if you enjoy this, leave a comment if you are so inclined, and we'll see you next time for some more Sunless Sea.